So let's talk about the Stanley Cup. I get so much like, why would you spend $40 on a cup? $40 for 40 ounces of water is not that bad if you think about it, okay? You gotta stay hydrated while on campus, and it's just perfect. I love a straw, it's dishwasher safe, it's perfect for a college student or any person in your life, and I don't like the hate. It's a good water bottle.
Hey guys, I'm Shira, and today we'll be talking about the Stanley Cup. Yes, we are talking about a cup. I know. What has the world come to? Well, as you have just seen, it's not just any ordinary cup, because it's a cup that caused mass hysteria in Targets all around the United States. On December 31st, people lined up overnight to get a chance to get their hands on the limited edition Stanley Cup from their Valentine's Day collection. And just 3 days later, they dropped another cup, which was their collaboration with Starbucks. And people went absolutely nuts. And those who couldn't get their hands on these limited edition cups, well, they fell for some of the most obscure scams that I've ever seen in my entire life.
People are already paying overpriced for the Stanley Starbucks cup, but not only that, they are purchasing without reading the descriptions. You see this page is selling one for 110, 115, and the other one I think is over 102. Little do they know they're going to receive a physical print of the cup. Purchase a beautiful print on 8x10 paper. No returns.
Now, if you got scammed by these listings, you are not in the minority. It seems like everybody is getting scammed from these limited edition Stanley Cups.
I got scammed off TikTok shop. I didn't want to believe this, but it's true.
I ordered a Stanley tumbler from a shop that had great reviews. So this person sent me a stolen or fake tracking number. So I'm at the door looking for my package that says delivered, but I can't find it.
But don't worry. Couldn't get your hands on the real Stanley, but you can grab a selfie with one for just $10.
Pink Starbucks Stanley selfie. So she's not selling the cup for $10, she's selling selfies. You could come to her house and pay her $10 and take a picture with her cup and leave.
And then we had literal kids, children getting bullied over fake Stanley cups or cups that weren't a Stanley. What?
Y'all, for Christmas, I bought my little sister this new water bottle. It's not a Stanley cup, but it keeps the water cold. It gets the job done. And after her first day back on Monday, she told me she's never going to school with that ghetto water bottle again. She basically told me kids were bullying her for not having the Stanley cup, but just peep game and lock in real quick. And when I dropped her off at school on Tuesday, I kind of see where she was coming from. I kid you not, every kid that was getting dropped off had the Stanley Cup. So I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and got her the Stanley Cups that she was asking for.
Yikes, and although I'd like to say that this is like an isolated incident, it's literally not. It's happening all around the United States.
This is the cup that we got our daughter for Christmas. This is not a Stanley. This is a $9.98 Walmart cup that she said she thought was cute. She is 9 years old. On the second day back to school after Christmas break, she comes home. She's not crying, she's just upset. The girls, all the other girls in her grade, I'm not saying all, maybe she said 9, 10 of them, all got Stanleys for Christmas. And they made sure to let her know that this is not a real Stanley, that this is fake and it's not as cool. So she comes home, she's upset. She asks if she can have a real Stanley. So we went and bought her a 30-ounce Stanley.
Imagine being bullied over the container that you hold your liquids in. It is absolute insanity. But it kind of makes sense. Kids are easily influenced by marketing. They easily succumb to peer pressure. And I mean, I get it. Back in my day, we used to bully anybody who had an Android and not an iPhone. And the same thing happened when I arrived to my new high school in grade 10, and I get into class and it was modern history, and I pull out my old pink janky, oh my god, it was heavy, this big ass ASUS laptop that when you turn it on, it sounds like a jet plane taking off. I remember sitting in the back of the class and everybody turned around. It was like, huh? And that's when I looked around and everybody in my class had a MacBook Air, except for me. Oh my god. And that's when I realized that I needed a MacBook Air. But this might be like a certified boomer moment, but I don't get the whole hype with Stanley. It's just a cup. So I did a little bit of digging, and we're gonna go all the way back. It all started in 1913. I know, What? When William Stanley Jr. invented the classic thermos that we all love today. He combined vacuum technology with stainless steel, and the thermos was a big hit with your blue-collar grandfathers or fathers, and they probably know or have had your classic green Stanley at some point in their lives.
When your dad was on the trend 20 plus years ago, he still uses them every day for his construction work. He says that they keep his things nice and warm during the winter and cold during the summer.
But since then, the company kind of solidified itself with the camping crowd, you know, the people that like enjoy hiking and stuff and going outside. Ew, can't relate. And then in 2016, Stanley tried to release the original Stanley Cup. This isn't the real Stanley. This is a dupe, a fake $20 fake that I got for this video. Anyway, 2016, they tried to release this bad boy and it failed. Their sales were terrible. So just 3 years later, they took these guys off the shelf. Until, in a very surprising turn of events, 3 female entrepreneurs from the blog The Buy Guide were so disappointed that their favorite beverage holder was discontinued that they wrote Stanley a very angry email to bring them back. And to make a long story short, the 3 women and Stanley combined forces to relaunch the Thirst Quencher in 2020. But instead of pandering to their, classic camping crowd, these little bad boys were advertised to white women who wear Uggs. Me. And they also use the power of influencer and celebrity marketing, and that's why you saw everybody from like Adele to Olivia Rodrigo to a bunch of reality stars that you probably never heard of use the cup and love the cup. And it worked. These 3 women actually propelled Stanley to making $750 million annually from just this one cup. I know. And to add fuel to the fire. Literally. A woman's car set on fire, and the only possession that survived was a Stanley Cup.
Everybody's so concerned about if the Stanley spills. But what about if it melts? It was on fire yesterday. It still has ice in it.
Now, because that original video actually ended up going crazy viral on TikTok, the president of Stanley himself responded.
Hey Danielle, my name is Terrence Riley. I'm the president of Stanley. And we've all seen your video. Wow, what an ordeal. And we're all really glad you're safe. Thanks for sharing the video because, wow, it really shows how our Stanleys are built for life. I've seen a lot of comments that we should send you some Stanleys. Well, we're gonna send you some Stanleys. But there's one more thing. We've never done this before, and we'll probably never do it again, but we'd love to replace your vehicle.
And they did actually end up sticking to their word and getting this lady a brand new vehicle, which is pretty cool.
Here we are a month later. This is my brand new 2024 Mazda CX-90.
I mean, this is the least that they could do when this lady gave them literally the best free marketing of all time.
Running to buy a Stanley. Stanley needs to use this as an ad because this just convinced me to order one. I held off on buying a Stanley because I hate following trends, but this convinced me. Nothing has ever convinced me to buy a Stanley until now.
And then, as the weeks followed, some strange things started to happen. We started to see copycats of other fires and other containers of liquids miraculously surviving them.
So 2 days ago, I saw a video of someone's car getting on fire and their Stanley Cup surviving. Well, yesterday, our car set on fire and this Yeti cup actually didn't even get scathed.
Oh my god, the coincidence! Crazy! And then a house fire happened in the same week. What?
Oh, my entire house burned down. And look at my Stanley. Like, I'm being serious.
So after all of this went down, after the fires, the influencer marketing, the celebrity marketing, the TikTok girlies caved. They could no longer resist the allure of that sexy 40-ounce thirst quencher. So around 2021 and 2022, you saw every cool girl post about their Stanley Cup on TikTok. And some of them went as far as building whole-ass collections out of Stanleys.
I want one! I want my own army! I want my own planet! I deserve it! I'm just as important as you!
Now, a single Stanley Cup is around $45 plus tax, so this collection is literally $700 worth of Stanleys. And this isn't even that big compared to some of the other collections that I've seen.
So this is my updated tumbler wall. I literally have that much space. And these tumblers don't even include my non-Stanley Starbucks tumblers and the other designs of Stanleys. I have way too many tumblers.
Now, not counting the cups on the walls because I don't know the brands, I don't know the prices, just counting the Stanleys that she has displayed, because apparently she has other Stanleys at the back. Just the ones that are displayed, it comes to over $3,000 worth of Stanleys. What? Are you good? I feel like, did you forget that the whole purpose of a reusable cup is to reuse it? You only need like one or two of them. You don't need a whole army of reusable cups. That completely defeats the purpose of its reusability. On top of that, the girls are using the Stanley Cup to put their Starbucks single-use plastic cups in them. They drink the Starbucks out of the Stanley. Let me show you. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna lose my mind. I thought the whole purpose of a reusable cup was to eliminate the use of single-use plastics. What happened to saving the planet? Cleaning up the ocean? What happened to the turtles? The turtles! But it gets worse. I literally thought, stupidly, that a Stanley Cup, a reusable cup of that size, would completely eliminate the need to buy single-use plastic water bottles, right? No, apparently not, because the TikTok girlies, they don't drink tap water?
Sink water? Tap water is absolutely foul. Spend $40 on a cup to put tap water in it. Wait, you guys drink tap water?
No, are we okay as society? What's going on? Y'all don't drink tap water? Although both tap and bottled water have pros and cons, tap water is generally the better option. It's less expensive and more environmentally friendly, and less likely to contain microplastics. Furthermore, most people can't taste the difference between the two. What's wrong with tap water? On top of that, tap water has fluoride in it, which is good for you. Most research studies have proven the safety and benefits of fluorinated water. For 75 years, people in the United States have been drinking water with added fluoride and enjoying the benefits of better dental health. You're welcome. Tap water is great for you. If you enjoyed this video, I do recommend watching my van life video next. I also stream on Twitch, and you should also join my Discord community to stay on top of all of my live streams and uploads. Follow my Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you. See you in the next one. Bye.